What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be everything you need in a trio explained in great detail. We're going to be talking about the roles, how to choose who does what role, and how to find a trio. If you go on to enjoy the video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you. First up, let's talk about the roles in the trio. You have three roles, IGL, Fragger and Support. Let's talk about IGL. The IGL is the person who needs the most mats. Since Shockwaves and Riftfish have been removed from competitive, you will now want to give your IGL all your bouncers, or if you have a lot, quite a lot, and you keep some for yourself. The IGL will be the one making rotates endgame, tarping, and calling out if they see people, and calling out when to shoot and when to lead the fight. The IGL is normally the smartest player in the trio. The IGL will plan rotates so you don't get shot, build up defense, and refarm after every time you box up. To be a successful IGL, you need good mats, and you need to find a good drop spot for your trio. Video coming soon on how to do that. You need to plan a loot path so you can get max materials every single game without getting contested or griefed by anybody. Now, the IGL needs to be able to plan good rotates. The IGL needs to be able to see where zone pulls and find a good rotation to zone where no people are, and try to get dead side. Now, you're probably wondering what dead side is. Dead side is a point on the map where there aren't very much POIs around it. This could be water or just some open field that's not near a POI that people know and land at. Now, the fragger. The fragger is one of the most important roles in the trio, as the fragger needs good aim and would usually carry a shotgun, AR, one rotation, and the rest meds. This can be minis and big pots, or minis and chuggies, or white heels and shields. The fragger will jump into people's boxes a lot, because the IGL, support, and fragger combined as a trio would have got one person, or more than one person, weak. This is when the fragger comes into play. As the fragger jumps into their box and with the good aim that they have, need to eliminate the opponent and try to clean up the fight as quickly as they can without any problems of getting third partied or fourth partied. The fragger needs to be good at piece control. This is because if the fragger jumps into somebody's box, they need that piece control to either guess out, or if their opponent tries to run, if they've got them very weak, they'll already have that piece control to be able to eliminate the opponent as quickly as possible. The fragger will always be there to help the IGL and support, as the fragger will get to the support and IGL as quickly as possible when they call out that somebody's on them. This is so the fragger can help clean up the fight quickly and will have that good aim to get good peeks on them, good tags. If you want to train to be a good fragger, you will practice box fights and zone wars and 1v1s where you can. You can do box fights in the clicks matchmaking. When you go to the matchmaking portals, it says more practice games. Go into there and you can do clicks matchmaking. It will be a duo fill, but then from there you can do a solo fill, and it can be a 1v1. Or from there, from the same place, you can do clicks duo zone wars or solo zone wars. This will help with you jumping into people's boxes and improving your aim. But improving your aim can be much harder than it seems. You'll need to do map courses and anything that you can find to improve your aim. I recently made a video on how to get good aim. And if you are a fragger and looking to improve your aim, that is the right video for you. I will link it in the description. Now let's move on to the support. Now the support. The support is not the most important player, but they can still be quite good at the game. Basically, the role of the support is to block off tunnels when the IGL is topping. The support needs to have a lot of meds, so it should have a shotgun, AR, and the rest meds. They should have good mats to drop to the IGL when they need to top, as should the fragger. And the support needs to make sure that if they see anyone, they report it to the IGL, and the IGL and fragger together will decide what to do, and then the support will follow them and make sure that the fight is successful. The support will help you and the IGL, as the support can have a lot of mats to be able to drop when needed. Now that we've talked about all three roles Let's now move on to how to choose who does what role. The RGL is pretty simple to choose, as it's just going to be the smartest person in the trio. The person that always knows how to rotate correctly, the person that's always marking next zone, and the person that's helping you get the dead side so you don't get grieved. And you can grieve people when they are coming in. By having a good IGL, this means you'll be able to plan your game successfully. And if you have a successful game, that means you have a successful IGL. Now, to find the fragger, it will be the person with the best aim, practices box fights and zone wars daily, enjoys it, and is very good at the game and has multiple phasing techniques to get into people's boxes and has really good piece control. As the fragger needs to be able to get into their boxes, have good aim, and destroy the person that's in the box. The person that, once you have your two, IGL and fragger, the last one is going to be your weakest player. They would need to be the support. Even if they aren't the weakest, they have to be the support. But the support seems like a bad role, but is actually quite a good role. Because that means you'll have good mats if someone pushes you. You'll have good heals if somebody pushes you. But it just means you're helping the IGL and fragger to get a successful game, as well as helping yourself to also get that successful game and successful points. Now, the last point. How to find a trio. Finding the trio is one of the hardest things to do, as finding a trio is really hard because you want good players and you want some that are ready to be a support. To find a good trio, there are multiple Discord servers that you can join. I will link some in the description. Or in the comments of my video, you can comment and ask anyone if they want to be a trio with you. If you're struggling to find a trio, comment in the comment section down below if you would like me to make a Discord server where my whole community can come together and ask if anyone needs a trio or ask if anyone needs any help finding a trio. Just make sure you get a good trio that has a good IGL for good rotates, has a good fragger with good aim and is good at box fights and zone wars, and has a good support and a person that is ready to be a support with a good mindset, as a support can also help bring a positive mindset and fresh perspective to your game. Now, to sum up everything, you have 3 roles in a trio: IGL, fragger and support. The IGL is the smartest player. He makes rotates, is able to get to zone quickly without getting grieved, and finds a good spot for their trio to loot up and get the best game possible. The fragger has good aim, practices box fights and zone wars daily as well as 1v1s, and is able to jump into people's boxes using multiple phasing techniques and has good piece control in case they do not want to jump into the box, but instead take piece control and get easy peeks, easy shots, which means easy kills. And finally, a support is a person that blocks off your tunnels, has good mats, good resources, good ammo, good everything, and a lot of heals for the IGL, fragger, and support, all for you to use. But the IGL and fragger will be using those anyway of their own as well. You must make sure the IGL has a lot of bouncers as well, as those are the only rotation, and they need to be able to set up a good bouncer for your whole trio to recycle. If you see other people's rotates and they have already rotated to zone, say you're rotating late because your IGL thought it would be the best, use those. Why build your own when you have perfectly fine ones and you know you can't get grieved because they have already rotated? Now, how to choose who does what role. The IGL is the smartest player, and the IGL is always prepared to make rotates, marks next zone, and is always ready to place a bouncer and get good rotation for the trio. And how to find a trio and a good IGL is to go on any Discord server. I'll link some in the description, and just see if anybody wants to be in the trio with you. How to choose a fragger. The fragger is the person with the best aim, practices box fights and zone wars daily, and just is prepared to just use all of their phasing techniques that they need to know. to be able to jump into someone's box and clean up fights quickly so you don't get third partied. Also, support is the person that's left. They might not be the best player, or they might be quite good. However, they'll be blocking off the tunnels and helping the IGL and Fragger shoot people and just end fights quickly as well. At the IGL, all of you do that, but the support will need to block off all tunnels, make sure no one can get through, hold bills when everybody's rotating, and follow the IGL and Fragger, but also do their own things to be able to win the game. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a sub and a like to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.